to Satan, pray to Satan, pray to Satan.
Yep, so apparently I'm getting sued, and can you guess who's suing me? Is it Layne Norton?
Stop giving it attention. It's quite simple. If you stop giving it attention, you will take their power away.
Nope, not Layne Norton. It's this guy, Vincenzo Del Monte.
Today we're going to talk about fat loss for idiots.
And apparently he's suing me for defamation, which is really weird because he defames himself in virtually every video he makes. All I've done is point that out.
What are my thoughts on plant-based eating, being a vegetarian, being a vegan in terms of, in correlation to building muscle, improving your physique? I refuse to work with anybody who is a plant-based eater if their goal is to build muscle, improve health, to do anything, period, to lose fat. To be honest, I feel like you're wasting my time.
And of course, the video that got his panties in a twist is Vince Del Monte, worst of the fitness industry, and I'm guessing he has a problem with a particular scene.
Why do you think it's so hard for people to believe that you gain 41 pounds of muscle in 6 months? Going from skinny to this is transformation. 6 months later.
I didn't know what was possible coming into the gym. And just like a lot of big business icons, like a guy like Mark Zuckerberg, he had no idea how big Facebook could be. Steve Jobs, the creator of Apple.
So Vince thinks his 6-month steroid transformation puts him on the same level as billionaire innovators like Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs. Okay, well here's the thing, Vince. It's biologically impossible for a human being to grow 41 pounds of muscle in 6 months naturally, or even if you're on steroids. So unless you took Captain America's super soldier serum, there's no fucking way that ever happened. So I'm not accusing you of taking steroids, I'm accusing you of taking a non-existent fictional drug imagined by comic book creators Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, because looking at your before and after photos, I'm not convinced you're on steroids at that time. But what you don't seem to understand about my channel is that it's satirical.
I think one of the beliefs that I have is that everything popular is often wrong. You know, sailing around the world, going to the moon, the 4-minute mile, those are all things that were once considered impossible.
And not only that, but the guy thinks gaining 40 pounds in 6 months is comparable to the monumental scientific achievement of the fucking moon landing. And I find that especially offensive because nobody cheated to get on the fucking moon! So if you're going to make the absolutely ridiculous claim that you gained 41 pounds of muscle in 6 months, I have every right to make a joke about you taking steroids. And if you have a problem with that, why don't you talk to Durian Rider?
Well, Vince, first of all, I recommend getting a decent road bike, a Stages power meter, and a Garmin so you can start climbing some hills and get some real fitness in you. Bet you can't even hold 3 watts per kilo, you weak little shit cunt. Secondly, if you're full natty bra, why don't you submit a carbon isotope testosterone ratio test every month for a year? Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go put a spider in my mouth.
And this is the main reason I think you're threatening to sue me. I embarrassed you and you're a moron who's incapable of defending himself with any kind of logic or evidence, and look who you're even threatening to sue. I'm a 24-year-old who still lives with his fucking mom, I don't own a car or even have a driver's license, I ride my fucking bike everywhere, and I'm well known on the internet as that crazy psychopathic vegan who wants to kill fucking babies. I fucking hate children. They literally make me sick. When I see babies in a commercial, I start to gag and almost throw up, and I have to look away and mute it. And when I see babies in a stroller, especially when they're crying, I just want to put my foot through the fucking thing and step on it until it's nothing but blood and pulp on the fucking pavement! The fact that you're stupid enough to even threaten to sue me does more damage to your credibility than anything I could have ever said. And here's a tip, Vince. If you want to convince people that you're all natural, maybe do more videos with your shirt off. I'm guessing the majority of your audience are young men in their teens and 20s, and looking at the condition you're in, do you think any of them are going to think you're on steroids?
This Vince Del Monte guy is a weak faggot. Why would I listen to him? Even I have more gains than that weak bitch.
And maybe you should film more videos next to your steroid-taking workout partners like Ben Pekulski to make yourself look even more like a weak little bitch. Even I have more gains than your little pussy ass. So please, Vince, make yourself look like a complete fucking moron by claiming I defamed you by suggesting you're on steroids, which no one even believes you're fucking on. All the while, not coming up with any kind of logic or evidence to refute anything I said in that Worst of the Fitness Industry video. Funny how I can come up with videos refuting claims with logic and evidence, but you can't.
My brains work better, my brains work better, my brains work better.
And last thing before I go, Vince, I'm not easily intimidated, and nothing you can do to me is worse than the suffering and death of the animals you eat. So you can make all of the legal threats you want. Nothing is going to stop me from defending the animals that you harm, and nothing is going to stop me from speaking the truth that animal products are not only insanely cruel, but also incredibly unhealthy and unsustainable. So, have a nice fucking day. Hopefully some of you can make some vegan gains.
What a relief! When will this poisonous product cease? This is another public service announcement. You can believe it or you can doubt it. Let us begin now with the cow. The way it gets to your plate and how.
Vince, if anyone wants to be claiming their full natty, then in my honest opinion, they should submit a carbon isotope ratio testosterone test every month of the year and say, look guys, I'm full fucking natty. How can none of them do that?